Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it by Salvador Dali. Hi, my topic is my content curation about the third person effect. My name is Dustin Starr, and I found this topic really interesting because it's ignored, but it's always there. So, my three main points are one, the ease of effect or the ease of creating with Weebly, two, my successes and my failures in making my content curation project, and three, the many things that I can do to change it to become a content curation guru in the future. So let's get right into it. First, the functions of my site. Weebly is fantastic. There's many different ways to customize and create. The templates and themes were very fun to use, and you can use them in very different ways. I used a lot of videos. YouTube was the easiest place to find things for my own content. I used examples from YouTube, and I used experts' opinions. I've got a couple different interviews and things on there about the third person effect. I used pages to organize mostly. So what I did was I created a page for each one of my blogs so that I could keep everything together as I felt they fit together. And each one could have different ways of organizing themselves. So I didn't have to stick to one template the entire time. Now that I've discussed the platforms and my tools, let's move on to my successes and my failures. So one, the pages got out of order pretty quickly. I think it was in the third one where the way that I labeled them and the order that they were in, so that the ordering was correct on one, and then I reordered them and relabeled them, and then that was wrong, and there was a couple different things that I had to do to get them back in there, and I fixed it 3 different times. This alludes to my other problem was the mobile app. Don't use the Weebly mobile app because it just had a lot of problems. I should have incorporated a lot more platforms. Mainly, I just use YouTube videos and not so much Twitter and Facebook. But my topic was a little obscure. There wasn't very much on the social media platforms like that. YouTube had a plethora of information, very informative videos, things that people have created from a university standpoint that actually know this topic. So I felt it was more relevant to use a lot of YouTube stuff. Um, the customization in Weebly was lacking. I wanted to, explore. There were different instances where I wanted to create partitions between the text, so from the title and the text, and from the video and the text, and try to find more creative ways of doing that. And it just didn't have as much. And some different website creating platforms, you have a bunch of different ways to do it, like a 3 line um, block off, and there's a couple different ways. But also, my background interfered. So the background that I chose from the very beginning, when I would try to write in the top, it would always change the text to just white, plain white text. So I couldn't read what I was writing the entire time that I was trying to write it. And that got really frustrating. I had to change that up a couple different times, which I had to reinvent the wheel again. And finally, my ideas for the future. So I want to try different websites. I've already talked about that a little bit. I like Weebly, but I have been told that Squarespace is a lot better. One by my father who created his own website for his business, a couple different friends who create websites for businesses. Squarespace is one of the more involved ones that you can get to where you can really explore through it. And I need that customization. With Weebly, it was very easy to use, but I wanted more than what I was getting. I want more diverse content. So with a different maybe topic, I can find some more diverse content and add that in there and make just a little bit more interesting content rather than just videos all the time. I didn't mean to make it a blog about videos, but it kind of happened that way. I want to get away from the page style because I saw in my Google Analytics that my hits were all happening on my main page, and I want them to equally happen with each and every piece that comes out about it. So maybe by doing a scrolling style more than a You go to the next page, you go to the next page, and go to the next page. I had talked about this with a professor, and he said that those types of things seem a little clickbaity, like the different articles that you'll read on your phone where you have to hit next for every little piece of information. And people tend to not want to do that. They just want to scroll through, and they get more attached if they can keep on reading rather than have to actively hit to another page. So I want to always use the computer version, no matter what app that I use. I might try the other ones, but I've had a bad experience. Um, I found a lot more content on my phone, so I was able to find more content on my phone. But every time I put content in, it would find a way to get deleted, or I would be working on it for 35, 40 minutes and find something that I really liked, and then it would be deleted, and I'd never be able to find it again on Twitter. And I spent more time fixing what broke than I did actually adding content when I use the mobile app. So I'll definitely refrain from doing that in the future. Uh, to conclude, nothing is perfect, but I can absolutely get better. My topic was the third person effect, and I believe that I have demonstrated this accurately with my content curation blog. I've touched on my use of videos and the way that I built my website, the different styles that I did. I've talked about the failures like my content diversity and using the mobile app and the background and how hard that was. And I've also talked about the things that I wanted to do to be able to get better in the future. So if at first you don't succeed, try and try again. This is definitely not the last website I will create. I'm going to create many more. I'm very grateful to this course that's provided me with a little bit of experience and the knowledge that I need to get better. Thank you.